Hey guys, and welcome back to the Hobby Dude 007 channel. Got some new shop cards in the mail over the last few days I want to share with you. Also, share with you my stash haul from the South Carolina Model Association's show over the weekend, and a very special gift that was given to me there. Stick around, let's have some fun. Okay, right off the bat, guys, let's get into the shop cards real quick. First one up is from David at Plastic Imagination Workshop. David does some great work. I've seen this card show up on some of the other sites. David, thank you so much for the kind words. And David does a lot of stuff. As you can see here, the Ford, the Hueys, which is one of my all-time favorites in the birds, Cylon, Raider, I mean, this is just great stuff. In fact, he just finished up a review of some, or a stash ad for some of his vintage kits. The last video, I think it was really, really good. But go back a couple of videos to the 32nd scale UH-1D Hueys he did. And like I said, the Hueys are my favorite birds as far as the helis go, and he does an outstanding job with them. Great techniques on filling seams, masking, all of that stuff on these things. Really, really great stuff. And while you're over there, give him a subscription. If you want to help, you've heard me say this repeatedly, but it's true. If you want to help this hobby grow, and if you want to help us as content creators to continue, you start by giving us a sub and giving us a thumbs up. It helps the analytics, and it helps YouTube to put our content out to more people. So the more you support the content creators, the more you help the hobby too. Again, thank you, David. Appreciate it very much. Next up, excuse me, Dan, and well, let me rephrase that. Dan and Bert over at 60s Rule. Dan is from Long Island, New York, and Dan, I love the 60s rods too. I'm one of those from about 1960 through 1973. Muscle cars, hot rods, drag cars, in that era, that's my all-time favorite. So I'm kind of a child of that era too. The other thing is, Dan also likes the 1/64th, the small scale builds that you've seen me do a couple of them too. I love doing that stuff, modifying them, changing colors. Just it's really kind of cool. Make a nice little shelf display as well. But check out the shop card here. This is some old vintage stuff here. Just great, great stuff. And Dan, thanks again for the encouragement there to me as well. Dan does some awesome work, so be sure to get over there. Again, give him a sub, give him a thumbs up. Look through the videos. I think you'll like some of that stuff. Really, really cool. Next up, excuse me, my throat is dry tonight, obviously, is Dan over at Munchkin Modeling Man 72. And this is somebody else that does all kinds of stuff. While my main love is cars and I stick to them, you've seen some of my other stuff. I do some sci-fi and airliners, things like that too. But he is an all-around good. And by the way, even if you're a car modeler, the techniques for masking, the techniques for seam lines, a lot of the stuff is very easy to adapt back over to cars. In fact, I use a lot of techniques as well as weld lines from Aber, which was designed for armor, to do a lot of my car builds too. And really, really good stuff. Dan, thank you again for your words of encouragement. And I like the fact, Munchkin Modeling Man 72, and he's got down here 3M, which is true. But head on over, give him a sub as well, and check out those videos. Next up, speaking of 60s and well, this one's a little later 80s, but check this out. This is from David at Scale Models Midwest. These are some beautiful shop cards, and there's a great video on, there's a great video on all of them there too. He's a great builder. He just finished a beautiful Salvino's 2022 rollout Camaro and a couple part video on that, or a few parts. Go over and check that out. If you've got one of those kits that hasn't started yet, it's a great place to start. I'm watching a lot of the other guys and seeing where they're having things, and I'm gathering my research information on all of it right now. But really, really good stuff. And right now he's working on I think it's an Iowa State Trooper car for the Police Car Challenge photo thing that I asked everybody to do in recognition of our law enforcement officers this week. And so definitely go over, check out David's channel, check through those videos. You won't be disappointed there. I find myself on a lot of these guys binge watching some of their stuff as well. Next up, Doug over at Hensley's Hobbies sent me one of his cards and a nice little note. He's out of his main cards right now, and I think he's got some reordered, the regular size shop cards. But this actually gave me an idea, business card wise, on that's kind of cool too, and it's double-sided. Wicked. Head on over, and I apologize, guys, my throat is really dry tonight. I have no clue why. But head on over and check out his channel as well. He's a great modeler. He does all kinds of stuff: cars, trucks, military, aircraft. And again, a lot of this stuff is very adaptable over to the car guys. Great guy. And check him out. Give him a sub and some thumbs up there. And lastly, I got a letter from Chris Warwick. And let me tell you, this is a handwritten letter that Chris wrote. Chris, thank you so much. These words of encouragement, they really mean a lot. That you would sit down, take your personal time to handwrite a letter and send it. This means so much. I really, really, truly appreciate it. Well, guys, let's get over to those stash ads and a special little present I was given at the show over the weekend. Stick around while I reset the camera. Okay, guys, I apologize for having to clear my throat so often. So before I came back after I reset the camera, I went ahead and grabbed me a glass of water here. And so if you hear me pause for a second, take a drink. Hopefully that'll be the reason. This is the worst year in the Southeast, for me anyway, for allergies. For some reason, this year has been really, really bad. But let's get into the goodies. David over at Plastic Performance Products, as I've shared with you before, does some awesome decals. And this is some of the new stuff here. You got the mirrored finish, 21s and 41s, and this is a lot of good stuff. David always includes a card with his decal sheets that go into, like this one's the Wood Brothers from 67 to 71. So you've got Yarber, Allison, Foyt, Gurney, Savage, Lorenzen, all of these things on there. And you've got some color pictures and some black and white from the different years. And on the back side, you've got even more pictures for research. Some really, really cool stuff. Check that hairdo out that Kale had back then. But really good decals. These just came out, and Mason's Hot Rods and Hobbies had a booth set up there, and they said they just got them in, so I jumped on a set of those. So check out these again from Plastic Performance Products. Very good quality, very crisply printed, and for a lot of versions. Really good stuff. Next, and you'll have to forgive me, I'm going to have to take another sip here. Like I said, allergies this year have been worse on me than they have in a while. After we did our review on the IMSA versus the next gen Camaros, I had to have another one, so I picked this up, and I checked it out there. Everything is there, and I've got an idea here. And I'll share something with you. The last one I'm going to show you is another IMSA or SCCA type car. And I want to kind of look at it, but it's brand new, so we're going to take a look at that too. But really, really great kit. And after our look before, I mean, look how much this looks like the next gen. But I always love the stance on this thing anyway. Cool stuff, cool stuff. Next up is a another police wagon. I had to have it. Another paddy wagon, and this is the one with the police figures, the driver and the Keystone Cop type outfits in them. But this is another one of the Tom Daniels specials, and this is just a great kit. I've built a few of these over the years too. I had one super detailed, and a retiring police officer that I knew, it was in my office and he wanted it, and when he retired I gave it to him. So I got me another one now. Just time to build it, that's the big thing. But these old Tom Daniels kits really are fun, really cool kits, and just nifty little old show rods. And while I was there, I was talking to Bob Downey with Acme, the Atlanta car modeling group, and I was talking to him about the Radwood theme for this year, and I had one or two cars in mind that I kind of wanted to do, and I said, I'm just stuck with which one I want to try to get done, and I don't know, I can't make up my mind. He said, well, this one's a good Radwood too. And so we took a look at this, and a Mercedes convertible, a 500 SL, and I went, oh man. But something he pointed out, and I got to show this to you. Check out these wheels, man. And of course, Tamiya, Fujimi, especially Fujimi, always does some of these great aluminum-looking wheels. And, well, wheel and tire sets are really great. But in addition to what I was already thinking about, when Bob showed me that, I thought, well, I got to do that. And then I get home and I start looking at other stuff I've got. I don't know. But I had to have it because this is just, let me tell you, I would drive this every day if I had one. That is so cool. But it fits the Radwood scene, so had to pick that up. And like I said, I really like this thing. And the next one up is what I was just mentioning, the Mustang GT, and I had not picked one of these up yet, and Mason's Hot Rods and Hobbies had one left at their booth, and I went, you know what, I gotta have this thing. And this is, again, more the IMSA SCCA road racing type car, but I do want to do a look and compare this to the next gen as well. And I know this does not have an engine, it's more of a curbside, but I mean, check out the wheel designs. It's just a bad looking little car, but I needed it for the stash anyway. So if you haven't seen this one, that's awfully close, and I got a glare on it there. Let me see if I can back this off a little bit. But I'm sure everybody has seen this Tamiya kit by now, the GT4, and really a cool kit. And can't wait to get the plastic off of this one and get going too. Something else I picked up was, you know, everybody's been talking about the Eggplane thing for a while, the Eggplane challenge that everybody did last year, and I didn't know about it, and apparently until it was over. So this year I'm going to keep an ear to the ground. Maybe my buddy Brian over at BG's Model Workshop can let me know, or any of you guys that are watching, see if this qualifies. But I saw this at the show and I went, oh, there's my Eggplane. A Colonial Vipe Egg. Oh man, this is a clean casting too, but it's an Eggplane of a Viper from Battlestar Galactica. And I talked to the guy to see if there was an X-Wing, and there is. I just got to find it. Great instruction sheet, and how-to on the decals. But it's really a clean molding. Get this up here. Check out those exhausts. And, well, I got to do some cleanup right there. But really some nice molding. Oh, well, I got it on the wrong side, no wonder. But it still needs to be cleaned up some. There's a lot of gunk on there. And I like the little fried egg thing that's the stand that it will be sitting on. Check these out. That's some great detail in there too. And then, of course, here's your wings and the nose. And the cockpit. Isn't that wicked? I just thought that was kind of cool. That's kind of cool. But I figured for an Eggplane, I hope it qualifies. Since it's a spaceship, I don't know if they consider that a plane or not, but it's an egg something. So really, really cool. The thing at the show that made my day was a gift to me from a buddy. And let me reset the camera again, and I'm going to set it on a turntable and let you take a look at it. I love this thing. Hold on just a sec. I met up Saturday with a buddy of mine, a fellow NASCAR modeler, Al Mosteller. And Al asked me to come out to the parking lot for a minute, and he knows I'm a Petty fan. We got out to his truck, and he said, "Hey, I built this a while back, and I want you to have it." And I was just humbled and honored that he would to give me this car. And it's the Bobby Hamilton Petty Pontiac, and it happens to be the same kit that I used as a base when I built the Fab Shop Pontiac. So I thought you couldn't have done anything better before and after. How about that? In fact, there's the display base that it will be sitting on here in just a second, and or where I've had it already. And Al did an outstanding job. The paint, the decal work. This is one clean build. Everything underneath, under the hood, everywhere. Al just did an outstanding job. Even the NACA duct or the duct hoses inside are metallic looking. Check that out. I hope you can see the shine on them. Really good. But check out the fuel filler. It's a road course car. It's on the other side. Isn't that wicked? The wheel detail, the 43 decals on the rims, the striping. I mean, this thing is just awesome. And Al, I think I've thanked you face to face about a dozen times, but I'm probably going to do it about that many times on the video here too. But this means so much to have a kind of a before and after, and one of your builds too, because this is just a awesome piece of work, buddy. So thank you. That was something that was unexpected, but this means more to me than you know, bud. But I wanted to share it with you guys because it is a beautiful piece of work. Al did an outstanding job on this thing. Under the hood, everywhere is just clean, and I'm impressed with the decal work and the paint. Oh, wow. This is really something. Well, guys, thank you so much for tuning in tonight. Be sure, if you haven't subscribed, head over there, hit that subscription button. Give us a thumbs up. It really helps out. If you want to help any channel out, that's how you do it. Hope y'all have an awesome week. God bless. I'll see you in the next video in just a few days.